Welcome to Step 4, the training video for tax timing. This is an important step if you plan to do a cash flow forecast. To calculate an accurate forecast, we need to identify certain accounts and in some cases set a payment schedule. For example, your tax payment schedule. Please note, for a detailed analysis on cash flow settings and requirements, there is a support note called Preparing a Cash Flow Forecast. And in this video, we will only cover the basic default account settings and payment schedules. So, to access these settings, click Default Accounts in the main ribbon. First is GST accounts, and we should make sure the correct paid and collected accounts are nominated. And then we'll set the GST payment schedule. The default cash flow schedule is AU GST Quarterly, where payments are made in April, July, October, and February. You'll note that this schedule has the allowance for the December quarter to be paid in February rather than January. The standard quarterly option does not have this allowance. We should also set whether our tax is calculated on a cash or accrual basis. We then repeat these options for the PAYG withholding and PAYG instalment accounts. If you do not calculate your PAYG instalment on a percentage of your sales, then leave this account set to none and you can budget for this manually. When you're finished, click the Save button. Further to these general account options, there are additional default accounts available via the buttons on the left. Set which bank accounts to include in your forecast. If multiple accounts are selected, they'll be treated as a combined account in the cash flow and balance sheet forecasts. Trade debtors and creditors. Once again, nominate the appropriate accounts, and multiple accounts will be treated as a combined account. Superannuation payable and expense. Same again, except you'll need to set a payment schedule for the payable account, which you should set to the frequency of your superannuation payments. Now the reason we nominate wages accounts is so we can calculate your PAYG withholding budget. You can set this manually for each account in the cash flow settings screen. However, the easiest solution is to nominate all wages accounts here and set an average wages tax amount, which is best calculated over the previous 12 months, and then you can set the percentage here. Don't forget to click Save to save any changes we have made, but there is still one question which I haven't covered, and that is what to do if one of the default cash flow schedules does not cover your needs. We would then need to create a custom schedule. Click Cash Flow Schedules in the main ribbon. The idea here is to create a copy of an existing schedule and edit it accordingly. Select a schedule that is similar to what you want to create and click Save As. Give it an appropriate name and click OK. Now that we have a copy, we can edit the schedule. But before we do that, let's gain an understanding of how the edit screen works by looking at one of the existing schedules. Basically, we need to set when payments will be made for activity in each month. So for the AU GST quarterly schedule we spoke about earlier, you can see that the January, February, March quarter has its payment being made in April, which is the month following the end of that quarter. This trend continues for the June and September ending quarter, but the December ending quarter is not paid until February. Alright, so let's edit our 6 monthly schedule. Set these to July, and these to February, and we have the half year July to December being paid in February, and the January to June half year being paid in July. You can add some notes if you like, and click Save to save your changes, and this schedule can now be used in any of the schedule selection drop-down menus. That concludes this training video. The next video in this series is Step 5, Cash Flow Settings. If you have any further questions, our contact details are listed here. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in Step 5.